You're watching SKST Radio.
Well, 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 welcome to our third season, our first business networking show. And I have today with me no other than Dr. Marsha McLean.
How are you?
This lady is remarkable, guys. I'm so honored to have her on the show. She is doing all kinds of incredible things in the community. She's doing well. Let me just start off with her business is called Grandma's 2.0.
Yes, honey.
Grandma's 2.0. So, Dr. Marsha, welcome to the show, and tell us about yourself.
Thank you so much. It is my honor, my pleasure to be here this afternoon. So, Grandma's 2.0. I want to start by kind of going a little bit backwards, right? During the COVID, like beginning of COVID. Okay. So that's when I decided to legitimize Grandma's 2.0. Prior to that, what I was doing is just having events and doing little things here and there. Mm-hmm. And people kept saying to me, Cammie, they kept saying, well, you don't look like a grandma. You don't act like a grandma. You don't dress like a grandma. I don't think you're a grandma. I'm like, I know exactly what I am. And I am a grandma. And at that time, I think maybe I had maybe 6 grandkids at that time. But I decided, because you know how society does us as grandmas and women over 50, they kind of put you out the pasture, so to speak. Their time is over.
Can I leave the kids?
Right. And can I leave the kids? Grandma's good for 2 things. Can I leave the kids? Grandma, will you babysit the kids? Or grandma, I need some money. I'm in a jam, I get it.
Oh my God.
Something like that. And that's really how people see us. And I wanted to change the perspective. So I decided, because people kept saying that to me, I'm like, wait a minute. Today's grandma is totally different from grandmas of the past.
Right.
And what I mean by that is, like my grandma, actually my great grandma would take all the kids, and all the kids would be on the front porch with them and that sort of thing. And, they went to church, and they cooked all the meals, and then they took care of little Bobby over there, and, Uncle so-and-so who had to live in the house, all that kind of stuff. But today's grandma, a lot of them are still working, because, honey, we like nice things just like everybody else. Okay.
Right.
And so we want to get it for ourselves. So I decided, wait a minute, there's something awry here. And so I wanted to kind of, tag in and let's see where this thing would take me. And so the reason I call it Grandma's 2.0 is because, I say that we are an advanced version of ourselves. How the 2.0 version of something is always an upgrade. It's better than the initial version. So I'm just saying that grandmas, we've had an opportunity to raise kids, engage with our spouses or whatever. Now it's our turn.
Yeah.
Right. Most of us are empty nesters, or a lot of us are empty nesters, but there are a group that's out there that's raising grandkids. Yeah. And so I also want to honor that group as well. And so I started, like I said, early COVID, around maybe June. I think I did my first Zoom event, and then it just kind of took off from there. And then I had this wonderful idea to do all sorts of things.
Oh, wow.
Fashion shows. I wanted to look at these 8 dimensions of wellness to really, and that's kind of what this whole thing is grounded in. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Girl,
Thank you.
You have roller skates?
No, but I'm very excited, and I don't know how to roller skate. I tried to learn, but I couldn't. But, sometimes I have a friend who said to me, you are the multitasker. Okay.
Absolutely.
And I know how to compartmentalize things. I've been doing it for a long time. So that's just who I am.
Well, okay. So let me tell you one more thing about this lady. She's an author. She didn't mention that, did she?
I didn't.
She's an author.
Yes.
She's an author. Tell us about your book.
Okay, thank you. So this book is about grandmas, of course, right? All about grandmas. So every person in here is a grandma, and it's called Stories of Inspirations life lessons, and wisdom from grandmas. Because, grandma's been around for a little while. So now they range in age from 38 all the way up to plus 100 plus. However, if you have had one set of kids and now interacted with another, you've learned something along the way.
Right.
Okay. So the stories in this is about every grandma in here has his or her own story. Because I don't know if you guys have heard this expression before, that everybody has a story. I'm sure you've heard that expression.
Absolutely.
So I believe in that. And so what I did was I had different grandmas. I asked them to be a part of the book. And I asked them to share, what is it that made you who you are today?
Right.
And then I also asked them, what gems would you have? And I call them grandma gems that you might have that you might want to share with the world. And also I asked them about their grandchildren, how do they get along with them? What things would you leave for them as a legacy and those kinds of things? Wow. So that's really what the book is about. And the initial book has 12 different grandmas in it, and I'm included in there, of course. And then the second book, which will be coming out in July in honor of National Gorgeous Grandma's Day. Yes, honey. Yes. That will have 20 different chapters. So 20 different. And these are women from all around the world, not just women in the United States. Right. So that's what I love about it. So thank you for letting me share that. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. So another thing that this lady does, well, first of all, look at this. See that queen? Can you see that queen? You see that queen? This queen here. She also hosts grandma pageants.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So fashion shows. Well, we did a kind of sort of a pageant. So we did it on Zoom. So it was a little interesting. So what we did last year, July 23rd, 2022, we hosted something called the National Gorgeous Grandma's Day event. Now, there is a national day called National Gorgeous Grandma's Day. I don't know if anybody knows that or not, but there is. And it's July 23rd. And so what we did was we invited women to either nominate themselves or have someone else nominate them, right? To be a gorgeous grandma. We got about 25 people. Wow. I think from around the world. We got a woman from the UK. We got someone from the Dominican Republic. We got somebody from Canada. I was really surprised at that and very pleasantly surprised, I have to say. And these ladies it wasn't really a competition, but what they had to do was to get people to like. Right. And what that did was help build our following as well as a result of that. But it was so much fun. And then on the day on the 23rd of July, we did a coronation. Yeah. And we crowned someone National Gorgeous Grandma. So it was so much fun. And that's what they said. I was really surprised at how much they got into it. Right. They were engaged in it. And so, of course, we're going to do it again this year. Nice. And the book is going to come out on that day as well. And we're going to do the coronation, that event again. So absolutely. I'm really excited about it.
Girl, you cooking.
Thank you, girl.
Not in the kitchen like the regular.
Not in the kitchen now, yeah. Now that's where I'm weak. Okay? Let's just keep it real. That is not my strong suit. As a matter of fact, I don't even like cooking. My mom used to say, girl, you need to learn how to cook so you can take care. I'm like, no, I'm going to be a career woman. I don't need to do that. Yeah. Right? So, even then I knew what I was. Right?
Mine said already, I'm not going to be the average grandma.
Exactly. No, I'm not doing that. No. So my grandkids know that about me. They know grandma would take us out to the restaurant and get everybody whatever they want and all that. But grandma's not probably going to cook. I will cook breakfast for them.
Okay, that's
I
good.
do love to cook because they all love pancakes and so I like to get them all at the same time. Come over and let's do pancake breakfast. So.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. So now you got a brand new project that you're working on. Mm-hmm. It is a podcast show.
Yes.
And it's going to be on SKST Radio Network.
Oh, yes.
Tell us about it.
Oh my God. I'm so excited about it because this is something that I've wanted to do for a long time, right? Mm-hmm. Of course, I was intimidated by it. And I'm just so happy and thankful and grateful that I met you.
Aww.
I really am, because I may not have been able to do it as soon, or I'm going to try to do it out of my house, but I wanted to be professional. So the podcast is going to be all about grandmas, of course. And we're going to talk to grandmas. We're going to interview some grandmas from different walks of lives. It might be a professional grandma. It might be a grandma who's an entrepreneur. It might be a grandma who is a fashion model. Honey, you can never tell. Okay, because we're doing all sorts of things. And that's what I want to do. I want to share and expose that to everybody because society feels like grandma's time is that, yeah, grandma, go somewhere and sit down. And no, and we're saying that we still have a lot of life to live.
Exactly.
All right. We are living our best life and we're having fun doing it too. Okay. And so I want to highlight that because I think people see us as invisible. And I'm saying, no, we are visible. We're living out loud. Okay.
Right.
And so the show is going to be about that. So we'll interview some grandmas. We're going to interview other people who may impact grandma's lives. So we might have a doctor on here talking about, what a grandma can do to get to stay fit and healthy. We're going to have some physical, personal trainer folks coming on. I have a young lady who's going to come on. She's a physical therapist and a what is this? Another thing that she is. I just can't think of it right now. Oh, she's a kinesiologist by trade.
Okay.
Right. And so she talks about something called functional exercise, which is, about helping you be able to do the everyday things that you can do. Because like some grandmas say, girl, I can't get down on the phone. Honey, get that thing for me under, that sort of thing. Yes, because, exactly. So, because I know my grandma was like that. Girl, can you get down there and get that? So we want to be able to do these things for ourselves. I'm very big on being independent and wanting to do and being able to do things for myself. I don't want my kids to say, oh, well, we got to stick her in the home because we ain't nobody got time for that. I want to be able to do it as long as I can. Yeah. And so then we got there's one woman who I'm trying to get. I haven't secured it yet. Fingers crossed. Prayers. Yes. And it's Chef Babette. She's out of California and she is a vegan chef. This woman's body, she looks like she's 36 years old. Oh my goodness. And she is 72. She was on the Tamron Hall show just this week on Monday. So if you get a chance, look that up on YouTube. 72. I'm talking about girl crush. I'm like, my God, I want my body to be like that. Okay. So, right. So you see what I mean? So grandmas are doing some phenomenal things. Yeah. And so we're going to highlight that. I have a grandma that is in the second book who I'm going to invite on, and she is is in film school right now. She left her job. She said, okay, bye, see you. Left where her grandchildren and children were, moved to Atlanta. And now she's done some work with Mr. Tyler Perry. Oh, no. So you see what I mean? Yeah. So pursue your dreams, honey. Baby. That's what we're all about. Encouraging grandmas to pursue their dreams. Life is not over, it's just beginning. So the podcast is going to be about that as well. So we'll have lots of different guests. Hopefully we'll have some celebrity guests. We'll have some influencers, people that are out there influencing others, because I really want grandmas to really take into consideration that their life is not over. Absolutely. For some, it's just beginning.
So you have some slogans that you like to give, and some nuggets that's in your book and things like that. I wonder if we can get that up on the screen.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah. So, I mean, I've been saying this. Today's grandmas are different than your grandma's grandma, or even maybe your own grandma. Absolutely. And we are not invisible, although people like to think that we are or act like we are, because, American society, if you're not slim, you're not 20, 25, maximum 30. Right, exactly. Little bitty, yeah, you're out. You're just like, oh, who is that? Who is she? I don't even see her. Yeah. And so as women, we feel this a lot anyway. But then when you add the word grandma in the front of that woman, then it makes it even, it's like piling it on. Right. And so we're not doing that. We are living our life out loud. We are fly, honey. Like I said, Jada Pickett's mom, remember she was on Instagram in a 2-piece? Yeah. So was Chef Babette 2-piece at 72? Yeah. Girl, please. So now wait a minute. So I'm just saying that grandmas are totally different. I mean, I've been talking to guys like in their 40s, and so they've been saying, yeah. Let me know when you have that fashion show with the grandmas, because I want to be there. I'm like, what? Yeah.
You wanted some cougars,
right. I'm like, no, you didn't. But anyway, yeah, honey, we are fearless. And I think it's a part of being, feeling good and being good about who you are. Right. I think that's part of it as well. And we are just trying to live our dreams, live our best life. And we also are focusing on our health and wellness. That's the other thing that grandmas are doing that maybe they didn't do so much in the past.
Right.
And we're doing all this unapologetically. In other words, we're not asking anybody's permission. We're doing it.
I love it. Absolutely
Okay.
love it. All right.
That's
So
it.
thank you for bringing that to the screen. All right.
Yes, honey. Yes.
So, okay. So now, when does your show start?
So my show starts. I'm actually going to start in honor of Black History Month, right? And I like to say this is going to be my contribution to Black history. So when I go down in the books, right, and they say, well, who was Marsha McLean, right? Marsha Carter McLean, right? They'll say, oh, yeah, she used to do that pocket. And she was the one that founded that group of our grandmas. Yes. Because the other thing about this is leaving a legacy, being a role model for our children and our grandchildren, to let them know that, guess what, you can do anything you put your mind to. That doesn't mean that it's going to automatically happen. You're going to put in the work.
Right.
But, you know, and I guarantee you, if it's what you want to do, it will be fun.
Yeah. I love it.
So the show will start. I'm starting next week. Actually, we'll do our first taping. And the show will air on Wednesdays.
Okay.
So I'm very excited about that because my goal is to have one air every Wednesday. Okay. So yes, I'm so excited about it because I have a lot to put out there. I have a lot of people, a lot of guests that I want to get on the show so that grandmas can really find out what's going on and what's happening around them. Because there are a few grandmas that are not the 2.0 yet. You know, they're still living in the 1.0 version.
Yeah.
Some may not ever come over. Like one girl told me, you might have to revoke my card. I'm like, what card?
You gotta revoke the card.
I said, what card? She said, my grandma's 2.0 card. I'm like, okay. I wasn't giving out cards, but guess what? Now when you get a membership, I'm going to start giving out cards. Yeah, that was a great idea.
That was a good one.
That's a
That's
great
one
idea.
right there.
Exactly. I'm like, girl, that was a good idea. And the thing she was saying is that because she had been babysitting and I'm like, girl, no one said you can't babysit your grandchildren because you are 2.0 grandma. All we're saying is make sure you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like on the airplane, what they say, put yourself on first, right? And then help somebody else.
There you go.
Because if you're no good for yourself, you're not going to be any good for anybody else.
I say that all the time.
Yeah, we hear that all the time.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah. So again, Wednesdays from this moving forward after next week, our show will air on Wednesday. So I'm so excited, and it's called the 2.0 Grandma Show.
Like the grandmother, me. I'm
yes,
the grandmother.
right. The 2.0 grandma, right. As I said, the number one 2.0 grandma.
I love it.
Yes,
I love
honey.
it. I
Yes,
love
yes.
it. And tell people how they can get your book.
Yeah, so my book, you can get it. Actually, you go to my website and you can get the book from the website. And our website is Grandma's, the number 2, the word point spelled out, O.com. So grandmas 2.0.com.
Perfect.
Okay,
Perfect.
thank you.
Okay, guys. So you will be able to catch her show on SKST Radio Network, and we are like moving fast because she's actually going to be one that's going to be on the Roku and the Fire TV as well. So she's going to be all over everywhere, and pretty soon we're going to be like, I remember her when she was just a kid. Show. Like,
You know what's funny? I told my mom last night, I said, yeah, I'm doing a podcast. And she said, what is that? So I was telling her what it is. And she said, girl, you're going to be a celebrity. I said, yep. It was so funny. Local. Exactly. Even if it's in my own house. But yes, right. Oh, man, that's funny. But yeah, so I'm excited about it. Just excited about all the possibilities.
We got some more outstanding people. We got a lady by the name of Heidi Hughes who has her big thing going on. We have a fitness lady,
Intense Fire. Yes.
Fire. There you go.
Yes.
We have her coming on board. And of course, we have Dr. Ron. I mean, so many people that's coming on board that it's just like, I'm excited.
Yes.
It's like SKST Radio Network is like growing.
And
then I also want to say that we have our DJ T Nice. We have Beats by Bro. We have we just got all these affiliates that we're working with. Elite Talk, they're one of our affiliates now. And so we're just growing. of 2023 is our season.
Oh, well, now what? And that's wonderful. But what do you mean by affiliate? I'm just curious.
Affiliate means it's like our brother stations and sister stations.
So
if you need beats, we have a company out of Oklahoma, Beats by Bro. They do that. If you have new music, they put the new music out.
You mean I could do an album?
Yeah,
girl. You are kidding.
DJ T Nice is over all
DJ, really?
Yeah, honey.
Uh-oh, you've created a monster.
DJ T Nice is from Canada, got all these things in Canada and all this stuff going on. So, yeah. We're working at being the #1 network station in the Metroplex. So.
Wow. I had no idea about that because I told my daughter, I said, oh, I got to go to the studio tomorrow. And I started laughing, right? Because I said, I sound like a music artist or somebody.
I'm in the studio.
I'm at the studio. So it was so funny. I was like, man, I got to go to the studio. So I said I was going to call my son and say that because my son did a CD some years ago. And he would always say, oh, Mom, I got to go to the studio. So I said I was going to call and say, oh, Hughes, I got to go to the studio.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Right.
Okay, so our time is up. Dr. Marsha, thank you so much for being on the
You're
show.
welcome. You're welcome.
You got to come back again.
Oh, I will. Can I talk about the fashion show before we go?
Oh, let's please.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we're going to do a fashion show. Well, we're going to do a couple of fashion shows this year, 2023. And guess what? Guess what?
What?
The models are only grandmas. And we might add a few grandpas in there.
I know another grandmother too, not too far.
Yes. Ah, really? Okay, so grandmas only are the models.
Okay.
We have a modeling coach who is going to train us to walk like we're in Fashion Week, honey, in New York.
Okay.
Yes. I'm so excited about that. So we're doing our first one in Norfolk, Virginia.
Okay.
And we have a tentative date right now for April 16th.
Love it.
And we're doing one in Charlotte, North Carolina as well in the summer. I think it's June 4th. But yeah, so you'll hear more about that. Okay. You can go to our website and hear about that. Go to our Instagram page. It's at the 2.0 Grandma. And Facebook is at the 2.0 Grandma as well.
She cooking, ain't she?
And we're also we're on YouTube. We're going to create a whole new YouTube page just for the podcast. Though.
I love it.
Yes, honey. So we're so excited. So thank you again, Cammie.
Oh,
thank you so much. Thank you, TJ. T Nice, please. Thank you as well for your support and all that. Because I'm really excited about the project that we're working on.
It's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, that wraps it up. Until next week, SKST Radio, Small Business Network. You got it right here. You heard it first. Oh, yeah. See y'all next time.